Hello everybody, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited today to be trying out the Alter Ego Goddess palette. This is such a pretty eyeshadow palette. It has 15 shades in it, and this is supposed to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette, which I think has such a gorgeous color story, and it's the exact same color story as this one. I think the shades may just be in different spots, but I think that everything in here is so amazing. I did an eyeshadow look with it the other day. This is going to be my second time using the palette today. So here's a little pop-up of the eyeshadow look that I did. I focused mainly on the shades over here, which was these three, and then I used this kind of more yellow gold color also with this one right over here. So I guess you kind of see the color shift a little bit more, but it's kind of like one of those multi-chrome shadows, which I think is really interesting and super fun, and I've really been into those lately. But yeah, I wanted to try to do a little bit of like a more bronzy kind of neutral look because I did such a colorful one the other day. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with today is going to be this one over here, which is called Iris. It's kind of like a regular, like a neutral, kind of like more camel tone brown. It is a little bit warm, but it's not a completely like orangey shade, and it's not like the yellows like they have in this palette as well. So I'm just going to start off by placing this on my outer corner, and I'm just going to bring that into my crease. And these shades are so nice. You can see they're super pigmented. And I think that the quality of these shadows from Alter Ego is just so good. And then just to deepen it up a little bit, I am going to take a little bit of this shade right over here, which is called Avalon. It's kind of a, I would say actually like more like a cool chocolatey brown, a little bit more neutral and not super warm. And I'm going to stamp that in my outer corner. And just to make sure that my edges are blended out really nicely, I'm going to take this mustard shade over here called Athena. I'm just going to take a very small amount of that and just brush that here on this outer part of my eye just to blend out the shadow. Then I'm going to take a little bit of like a more full coverage concealer. I'm going to go in with the Tarte Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is probably my most full coverage one that I have at the moment. And I'm just going to take this small kind of flat, I guess like concealer type brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to draw in a little bit of like a kind of like a half cut crease just to lay down my shimmer on top. And then I just like to do one eye at a time. So now I'm going to go into the Goddess palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Lissa right here, which is kind of a bronzy sort of color, bronzer copper. And then just to blend over the edges of it, just to make it a little bit more seamless, I'm going to take this shade right here called Aura, which is more of like, I guess like a true bronze. I'm going to pick that up on my brush as well, and then just kind of stamp that and blend it out over where the edge of the matte one is and then where the start of the shimmer is. Just to make it a little bit more bright, I'm going to go in with the shade right here called Pandora, and I'm going to take a little bit of that on my brush and very lightly just going to put that on kind of the inner third of my eye. So I also just went ahead and took my hair down just because I feel like the hair up wasn't the vibe for today, but this is the makeup look after my mascara and everything. I do actually think I'm going to do a little bit of liner. Normally I actually do wear liner in like my everyday kind of life. Like I'll typically just do like a little wing even if I'm not doing like more dramatic eye looks, but yeah, I feel like I never do them on my YouTube channel. Like I did my last video, I did like that green eyeliner, but it wasn't like my true liner that I always go with, which is normally the brown ColourPop liner in the shade Grande. This is like my all-time favorite eyeliner ever. It's kind of like a little bit of like a darker brown, but it's not completely black. Like I tried out two eyeliners that were like supposed to be brown but literally looked black. It was the KVD Vegan Beauty liner, supposed to be in their brown shade, and then I also have the Benefit roller liner. I got that in the brown shade and it's literally black, so I don't know what happened with that, but I just prefer brown liner on me because I feel like you can see my eyelashes better with it. I don't like how whenever I do liner, it kind of covers up my eyelashes and it makes me look like I don't have any, because I feel like my eyelashes are like a pretty transformative part of my makeup, so I want them to be shown and on display. So I actually like to apply my liner after I do my mascara, so I'm just going to let this finish up drying completely, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a wing with this. Okay, so for my eyeliner, what I like to do is just start off with a little line. Sorry, I'm like trying to do this, also trying to get it in frame. So what I like to do is start off with right over here. I'll just start at this outer corner start working my way in, and then I'll usually stop at about halfway. And then I'll take this and I will start to draw in my line for my wing, and I like the shape, I like how that looks. And then I'll just take this, connect it into kind of like a straight line. I actually need to get a new one of these because mine is kind of dying. And then I'll just sort of fill in the wing that I made. And that's like pretty much my basic liner. Sometimes I'll bring it in all the way to my inner corner, but I like how it looks like this. It kind of gives a little bit more of a cat eye, and then I'll even sometimes extend my wing a little bit more. And that's that. That's how my liner usually looks, and I think it looks pretty. I like how it comes out most of the time, so it's a very simple one, and I love the brown because you can see my eyelashes over it, which I appreciate, and I think it looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. That will be it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Alter Ego Goddess palette, and I hope you like the look that I created today. I'm really excited to keep playing around with this and seeing what other looks I can create with the palette, but the quality is really good. I feel like it came out really nicely, and I'm super happy with my overall look. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!